Hey, what's up? This your boy Big Man. You already know what it is, man. So let's get right to it. Okay, man. So it seems like in Jaydayoungan's hometown of Bogalusa, Louisiana, it is up. Like it's almost like war zone or something, man. There's two sides that are obviously going back and forth, according to some reports that's out there. Now, Jaydayoungan was reported to have been shot along with his father earlier today. A lot of blogs were talking about it. It wasn't anything really official about it, but now there's some official news stories that are out there about a shooting that sounds fairly similar to the facts that we hear in the Jaydayoungan situation, right? That him and his father was shot, and they were taken to the hospital, and then one of them was airlifted, one being Jaydayoungan, right? Now there were also some reports or some false stories out there and rumors about Jaydayoungan passing away, and I think some people from his family have come out, his sister being one of them, to squash those rumors, and everybody is pulling for Jaydayoungan, and hopefully he makes out of this situation all right? Well, regardless of all that, it looks like the streets done turned up because of the Jaydayoungan shooting. So what we're going to do is we're going to read this story about what's happened so far after the shooting, how the police think that these other shootings are connected, and the possibility of somebody actually going to the hospital and shooting up the hospital parking lot. This is crazy, man. It's a wild story. So before we get to the specifics, though, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And, man, let's get it. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about this Jaydayoungan situation in depth. Now, there was a post that was made by Say Cheese and put out there for everybody to see in regards to this Jaydayoungan situation, right? Besides the original post, which told us about this situation with him and his father, being shot. Now, if you missed that post, it basically talked about the fact that Jaydayoungan and his father had rumored to be shot, and that Jaydayoungan wasn't looking too good because he wasn't breathing when they showed up, allegedly, and he was airlifted out of there in a helicopter. All bad signs, right? Well, in this follow-up post, Say Cheese, they posted this. It says, update. There was a shootout moments ago in the parking lot of the hospital where Jaydayoungan and his dad are currently at. Now, stop right there. So you telling me that the ops came to the hospital to shoot the hospital up where they're at? Like, what kind of beef does Jaydayoungan have, man? This is crazy. Like, who is he into it with, man? Now, you see all over his social media pages, you see him with all the guns and things like that. He has a lot of quotes about being ready and all that. But, man, nobody would think in their right mind that somebody's ops would be so mad at him that they would show up to the hospital, you know what I'm saying, to essentially finish the job. Now, maybe this isn't related. Maybe that shooting had nothing to do with Jaydayoungan. But either way, this is wild to say the least. Now, it finishes by saying these things. It says he is still in critical condition. So it looks like Jaydayoungan is still fighting for his life, man. He's in critical condition right now. And I know his fans are wishing for the best, but man, if he's got these kind of situations, and I don't know how big the hospital in Bogalusa is. Now, I don't know if it's even big enough for them to have their own news reporting agency, because it looks like the story about the original shooting and a shooting after that's not even this shooting right here, came from Baton Rouge News, right? So a local Baton Rouge news affiliate, WBRZ, they wrote a story about the shootings that took place and the one that, started all this, where Jaydayoungan was allegedly shot along with his father. Now, in the headline of his story, it says this: simultaneous shootings in Bogalusa send two people to hospital. Police believe attacks are connected. So they believe that all these attacks are connected that are going to be mentioned in the story, man. Now, I guess it's up in Bogalusa if you're there or you're around that area, man. Just watch yourself and, stay out the way, man. Now, in Bogalusa, two people were taken to the hospital Wednesday evening when a pair of shootings happened within minutes of one another in Bogalusa. So it looks like there was a pair of shootings, two shootings that took place one after the other. It could be some get back on Jaydayoungan's side, or it could be some people coming to Jaydayoungan and them and trying to shoot at them. You know what I mean? Now, according to the Bogalusa Police Department, the first shooting happened at 5:50 p.m. along Superior Avenue, hurting two people. Now, those two people, a lot of people are suggesting were Jaydayoungan and his father. Now, it goes on to say this. It says one victim was found at the scene and taken to a hospital by EMS. Now, EMS, that could be just an ambulance or whatever, but, a lot of the rumors that were out there was saying that it was a helicopter that took Jaydayoungan to the hospital. Now, they said that one victim was transported by EMS, and so we can assume maybe that was Jaydayoungan, since he's the one who's allegedly in critical condition, or reportedly in critical condition, I should say, right? Now, the other person, they showed up at the emergency room with gunshot wounds. So multiple. So the second person, who we can assume is Jaydayoungan's dad possibly, showed up to the emergency room with multiple gunshot wounds, man. So I don't know who they was into it with, what they was shooting with, or what was going down, but it sounded like Jaydayoungan and his dad caught the bad end of this. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't sound like they was on the winning side, but we never know. We'll see how things develop, right? Now, the story also says that officers said the second shooting happened at 6 p.m. Now, remember, the very first shooting took place at 5:50 p.m. So this is only 10 minutes later, somebody was trying to get some get back, right? And they said this shooting took place on Marshall Richardson Road, nearly 4 miles away. Reports say a car was shot, but no one in the car was hit. So it says that 10 minutes later, there was another shooting, but nobody in that shooting was hit, man. And it was a shooting that took place on the car. So you can easily believe that maybe that first car, or that first shooting, was that same car, that rode up on them at 5:50, shot the two people in the car who ended up going to the hospital. Then moments later, 10 minutes later, somebody rode up on them and shot their car. That's a possibility. And that seems like what they're leading to here. Now, the story finishes by saying these things. It says, officials said they believe the two shootings are connected. It's a possibility, since they were 10 minutes apart, like one of those shootings could have been some get back, man. It could have been somebody just, trying to retaliate on the other person who caused the original shooting that sent Jaydayoungan and his dad to the hospital, is what I'm assuming. Like, I don't know that for sure. And this is the first official news report we've received about this subject, right? Now, no more information was available immediately. So they're trying to find out information right now. And the police probably got their hands, busy with this situation, trying to decode what's going on in the streets and why things are turned up like this. Like, what caused the original shooting? And after the original shooting, what caused people to essentially try to go and shoot those people who were in that car at a nearby place only 10 minutes later? And then the rumor that somebody was just moments ago, like minutes ago, I want to say, shooting in the parking lot of the hospital where Jaydayoungan is at. You know what I'm saying? This is wild, and hopefully, man, for Jaydayoungan and his folks, things will get better with them and their medical condition, so far. It's a terrible situation, man. I don't know. Y'all tell me in the comments, man. What do y'all think about this? Do y'all think it's just up for some reason? Or maybe these some people who've been into it before? And is this just a telltale sign of rappers in their hometown, man? Now, with that, this has been your boy, Big Man. Do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And make sure you hit that notification bell so that way you get a notification every time I drop this high content. And we out of here. Peace.